real self-talk. We all have moments of shame when we think something is fundamentally wrong with us, that we are unacceptable, unloved, or unwanted. But we also know that these negative stories we tell about ourselves are just that, stories. They only have as much power over us as we give them. In this meditation, we're going to bravely recognize these negative self-beliefs. And instead of letting them take over, we're going to name them. Bring mindfulness to where we feel them in the body and courageously allow the discomfort to be there with an attitude of kindness and compassion. This is not easy, so if you're not feeling up to it, it's okay. Sometimes the kindest thing we can do for ourselves is to take a break. But if you are feeling up to it, let yourself find a posture that works for you. It could be seated, standing, or lying down. And if at any point you find yourself feeling agitated or needing to move, you can always shift or change posture. Now, I invite you to take a couple of deep breaths. Inhaling deeply, and then slowly and gently exhaling. You might even give a little sigh, something like, ah. Inhaling deeply and exhaling slowly and smoothly, ah. Take a moment to orient yourself in the present moment. Listen to the sounds around you. Feel the ground beneath you. Maybe even place a hand over your heart and allow that gesture of kindness to flow from your hand throughout your entire body, grounding you in this space. Now I'm going to ask you to call to mind a situation where you felt shame. You may want to choose a recent situation that was unsettling, but not too intense. Maybe you overreacted to a situation, or you dropped the ball on a work assignment. Maybe you were left out of something or felt rejected by someone you are interested in. On a scale from 1 to 10, where 1 is easy and 10 is overwhelming, choose something that's around a 3. And just take a moment to call to mind this situation. See if you can remember the details of who was there, what was happening, what you were thinking, and how the shame felt in your body. Remember that if you need to, you can always come back to your breath or the feeling of sitting in the present moment. And bringing your attention to that moment of shame, ask yourself, what was I worried that these other people might discover about me? Maybe it was, I'm not good enough. I'm a failure. or I'm worthless, I'm a fraud. If more than one of these thoughts resonates with you, choose the one that carries the most weight. And if you're feeling alone right now, remember that we all feel this way sometimes. It's part of being human. Now, I invite you to name that belief. Name it in a way that you would if a dear friend confided in you. You might say, "I'm so sorry you feel you're not good enough." Or simply, "I hear you. You think you're not good enough." And remember that while feeling like this may seem familiar, you haven't always felt like this, and you will not feel like this forever. It's only part of you that feels like this. And this belief comes from a wish to be loved. And we all wish to be loved. You can always offer yourself a hand over the heart or open your eyes if it becomes too uncomfortable. Now, I invite you to bring awareness to your body. Recall the situation and notice where you feel it most. It might be in your head or your chest or your belly. Maybe it's a heaviness or a tightness. You might feel clenching in your jaw or a lump in your stomach. Focus in on a single location and really explore it. As you observe the sensation, notice if it moves and changes. And wherever you feel the sense of shame, breathe into it. See if you can soften that spot with your breath. If it's in your chest, breathe into your chest. If it's in your jaw, breathe into your jaw. See if the breath can soften the feeling a bit, creating a sense of spaciousness around it. Remember, we're not trying to change the feeling. It might relax or it might not. It's not personal. It's simply a natural reaction to stress. Keep breathing and seeing if you can soften. Keep breathing and softening. Now try soothing the pain by reminding yourself that this is difficult. Acknowledge how hard that part of your body has been working to hold this emotion. Maybe offer yourself a few words of kindness, like, "I love you. I'm here for you. I'm sorry you're hurting." If you haven't already, You might place a hand over your heart and let that gesture of kindness soothe you even more deeply. Finally, see if you can allow the discomfort to be there without trying to change it. Give it space to be and see if you can rest in that spaciousness around the discomfort. Hold the feeling of shame in a space of calm, compassionate tenderness, and let there be room for it. Allow whatever sensations or thoughts that come up to just be exactly as they are. There is space for them. Rest in this space. You might repeat to yourself, soothe, soften, allow. Soothe, soften, allow. In these last moments, remind yourself that right now you are connected to everyone in this world who feels shame, just like you. Just like you, they wish to be loved, and just like you, they're deserving of that love. And if you feel up to it, you might extend the kindness you showed to yourself out to them. Let that warm, compassionate feeling radiate out into the world and fill up the hearts of all who are hurting right now. May all people be free of shame. May all people feel loved. And when you're ready, take a deep breath, open your eyes, and become aware of the space around you.